performed by our 8th grade band, titled Dizzy Around the Band Room, and I don't think that one needs much explanation, just a lot of joy that we are spreading. Our next piece that we are going to be playing is a march. It's titled In the Center Ring, and it is just a popular circus march with a lot of excitement. We are going to take a minute in this concert to recognize Mr. Jonathan Bailey, our beloved percussion teacher. He is not returning next year. It is with deep gratitude and heartfelt appreciation we say farewell to Mr. Jonathan Bailey, a truly exceptional educator, mentor, and leader in the Platte County School District music community. Since 2008, Mr. Bailey has poured his passion, creativity, and dedication into building a percussion program that has inspired and elevated students across all levels, from the very first beat in 6th grade to award-winning performances at the high school level. Through his hard work at Platte County School District, that includes like the high school, Platte City Middle School, and Platte Purchase, Mr. Bailey has helped shape not only just skilled musicians, but confident, passionate young people. The annual Drum Showcase is a vibrant percussion ensemble, and he laid a strong foundation for future generations, and that is a testament to his lasting legacy. Beyond the classroom, Mr. Bailey's leadership within the Missouri Music Educators Association speaks to his commitment to the broader music education community. Though we are sad to see him go, we are incredibly proud and excited for what lies ahead. Mr. Bailey, thank you for your years of service, your mentorship, and your unwavering belief in the power of music. As you embark on your next adventure, may it be filled with new inspiration, continued success, and joyful rhythm. You will always have a home here in Black County. Mr. Brown, would you dim the lights just a little bit so Mr. Bailey can read what these 8th graders have? Woo! Now, at this point of the concert, we are going to go on with our 8th grade awards. We have 2 awards for 2 8th graders. It is entitled the Dr. J. R. Jones Award, and it's for Most Outstanding 8th Grade Band Student. I am going to bring Sarah Lozada Vargas up here to stand up. Coming up here to stand by me is Sarah Lozada Vargas, and she is one of the recipients for our Outstanding 8th Grade Award. She is a remarkable student whose passion and discipline have made a lasting impact on our school community, especially in our band program. As a percussionist, she brings energy, precision, and creativity to every performance. She not only has been a vital part of our concert band, but has contributed her talents to our jazz band, and she auditioned for some junior high all-district band stuff, which is amazing. She has gone above and beyond by doing all of these things, and it shows both courage and ambition to grow as a musician and as a person. Her work ethic is second to none, and she consistently upholds and often exceeds the expectations of our band class. More than just a talented musician, Sarah leads by example. She shows up prepared, treats her peers with respect, and gives her best effort day after day. It is that combination of talent, perseverance, and character that makes her so deserving of this honor. Congratulations.
We printed the wrong edit, evidently. So that means, for those of you that don't know how much I like to talk in public, this is going to be really bad. But for the student, I got something really great written out for you. We have a student, the second winner of the Dr. J.R. Jones Award is a leader in his section, dependable, very respected, very much a leader, the first person to learn his part and be able to play for the rest of their section. And I'll print out everything I set out, I wrote for you, and give it to you tomorrow. And it goes to Julian Ramos. Terracotta Warriors is a piece that transports listeners to ancient China, inspired by the awe-inspiring army of more than 8,000 life-size clay soldiers that were discovered in 1974. They were buried with Emperor Qin Shi Huang over 2,000 years ago. Terracotta Warriors evokes the strength and grandeur of these silent guardians protecting their emperor in his afterlife. If that sounded like a challenging song, it was. They did a good job on it. Remember Me is a heartfelt ballad from Disney and Pixar's Coco, a film that celebrates family culture and the powerful connection between generations through music. Remember Me reminds us that those we love are never truly gone as long as we remember them. On a personal note, this was the first class of beginners that I started when I moved back to Missouri. I grew up here and then went to Kansas for a long time and then came back. And so I remember them all as sixth graders, and boy, have they matured in a good way. In a good way. It's nice to see them so grown up, and not only musically, but in their citizenship and their responsibility. So we're going to finish with this last song, and then we wish you a happy, happy summer. This is Byzantine Dances. This takes the listeners on a musical journey inspired by the rich cultural and artistic traditions of the Byzantine